everyone and welcome to this week's Joeanory with me, Miss Boylan. Today I'm going to read you the book and it's called Trailblazer. And it's about a story, it's a true story, and it's about a lady called Lily Parr, and she was the unstoppable star of women's football. And we were reading this because this is a time where girls are now playing just as much football as boys, and that hasn't always been the case. And we want to celebrate that in our school because we've got lots of amazing girl football players, and we hope this story will inspire you. So, when Lily was born in England in 1905, her parents had no idea she would become a football star. But Lily loved playing football and she was very good at it. But there were some that don't think women should play. Pass it to me, Lily. Lily trained hard, often with her brothers. Then, when she was only 14, she started playing for a women's team called St. Helens Ladies. Alfred, the manager of Kerr Ladies, saw her and was amazed by her skills. She is brilliant. Fact: women's football became popular when men went to fight in World War I. The players took low wages, so most of the money raised could be given to injured soldiers' charities. So before World War I, it was just men playing football, but because they were all at war, the women took over. He offered her and her teammate Alice a job in his factory. It had its own women's football team. Lily would have to move away from home, but it meant playing for one of the best women's teams in the area. Fact: many factories had their own football teams. It helped keep the workers healthy and happy, a bit like schools today. Working in the factory was hard, but the team were one big family, living for the evenings and weekends when they had matches against men and women. Go, Lily! Lily played brilliantly in any position, but she usually played outside left. No one in the country, not even her man, had a more powerful shot than hers. Fact: Lily was very tall for her age and exceptionally fit. She was also left-footed. Oh, that's very good for a footballer. Some men didn't like being beaten by a women's team. One goalie challenged Lily. "No woman can beat me. Bet you can't score a penalty." "Just watch me," said Lily. Lily kicked as hard as she could. "Oops, sorry." He saved the penalty, but the strength of the shot broke his arm. Fact: Lily scored 43 goals in her first season, aged only 14 years old. Oh, wow, that's impressive. Kerr Ladies became the best team in the country and represented England, beating international teams at home and abroad. Alice was a great captain. Jenny's ball control was brilliant. Fact: their games were so popular that they raised £140,000 for charity, worth nearly several million pounds today. So £140,000 back then is millions of pounds now. Wow. Florrie was a top goal scorer and Lily was amazing everywhere on the pitch. Crowds flocked to see them whenever they played. On December 26, 1920, 53,000 people squeezed into a stadium to watch them play Lily's old team, St. Helens Ladies, with another 14,000 stuck outside. "Let us in!" Fact: this was the largest crowd that had ever watched a women's game in England. And they won 4-0. Oh, Lily is my idol. But in 1921, the English Football Association banned women's football teams from playing on their grounds. They made a lot of excuses. Oh, it's too much for a woman's body. Oh, it's most unsuitable for females. Oh, we should not encourage them. Women and football. The Council of Football Association has prohibited the use of its grounds by women's teams and has expressed its strong opinion that the game of football is quite unsuitable for women. Did that stop Lily and her friends? No way. We'll play even if we have to play on ploughed fields, said their manager Alfred. We play for the love of the game and we are determined to carry on, said Alice. So they played on a village greens and open spaces everywhere they could. But not many people could watch them anymore. Alfred came up with a plan. They would go to Canada. But we don't allow women to play football in Canada. So they went to the United States. There weren't many teams in America, so they had to play against top men's division teams too. But they still won or drew most of their matches. Lily was the star player. She certainly made the headlines. Lily, the most brilliant female player in the world. English women's soccer players beat USA Olympic athletes in relay race without their fastest runner. English ladies beat US men's soccer team. Fact, in the United States, they call football soccer. But despite all their success, back home, the FA still banned women from using their grounds. But they were unstoppable and played wherever they could. In fact, Lily ended up playing football for 31 years. The power of her shots were legendary. Her ball skills were amazing. She was a true football star. Fact. It wasn't until 1971 that the ban was finally lifted, 50 years after it was first introduced. So for 50 years, women were banned from playing football. And then in 1971, they allowed women to play football. But women weren't very sure how to play it anymore because they hadn't been practicing. So it's taken all these years now for women to be treated as equal. Today, thanks to women like Lily and her teammates, women's football is growing in popularity around the world. In 2019, the first statue of a women's footballer was revealed at the National Football Museum in Manchester. Fact, Lily was one of the greatest goal scorers in her history, netting nearly 1,000 goals in her career and setting up many more. And that statue was of Lily. Lily's name has gone down in history as a real trailblazer, because that means that she has inspired women today. So girls, if you're playing football, I hope you remember Lily and her unstoppable kicks and her legendary goals. Okay, see you next week. Bye-bye.